One of the most asked about verses that rabbis like me get is Isaiah 9:6 or Isaiah 9:5 in the Masoretic text. Let's discuss, and let's discuss how it cannot possibly be Jesus. Let's read the verse. For a child has been born to us, a child given to us, both past tense, referring to someone that already existed or existed in the past. And authority will be on his shoulders. In other words, in the coming future, but he was born in the past, which means he exists now, and it's about to be on his shoulders. Now, there's two ways to say the end of this verse. Either it's the wondrous advisor, Almighty God, the Father that is everlasting or eternal, calls this child's name, Prince of Peace. The other way to look at the verse is that this child will be called the wonderful advisor, the Almighty God, and Prince of Peace by the Father Eternal. The first way to say it clearly attributes nothing to any sort of Messiah. A Prince of Peace? Jesus was no Prince of Peace. Jesus made enemies everywhere he went. Jesus died a horrible death. Jesus did not make peace between the Romans and the Jews. Jesus did not make peace between different sects of Jews. Jesus did not bring peace to anyone. And after he died, his followers did not bring peace anywhere in the world. Instead, they have a heritage of 1900 years of conquest and struggle throughout the world. They're not exactly the peacemakers. Should you say his name was to be Almighty God? Well, we know this child that was already born and that already existed, whose authority was given on his shoulders, is Hezekiah. Because Hezekiah means quite literally the strength of God. And Kael Gibor means strength. So Hezekiah also is another name for strength, sort of two words for the same type of meaning. Now, he wasn't the only one that had this term. Let me read you a list of other kings, both Christian and non-Christian, who are also called Almighty God or Mighty Lord. You also have Charlemagne, who was Charles the Great. You have Alfred the Great. You have Frederick the Great from Prussia. You have Peter the Great from Russia. You have Catherine the Great from Russia. Casimir III the Great from Poland. You have Louis the Great. All these were lords. They were kings, king, lord, and they were the great. They were all great lord, almighty lord. You had Richard the Lionhearted. That epithet is not particular to Jesus, not unique. Jesus also was born way in the future, not in the past, that did not exist presently when Isaiah was prophesying. So it can't be him. It had to be, and it was, Hezekiah, who was able to conquer the invading army of the Assyrians and save Jerusalem. Any questions? Let me know.